can't wait to talk about this topic.
Okay.
Executives believe the Detroit Pistons are willing to move on from Isaiah Stewart after the James Wiseman trade. This comes from Hoops Hype when James Edward was talking to Michael Scotto. Dude, let me just ask you real quick. Do you think Isaiah Stewart will get traded? Do you think there's any chance that he actually gets traded at any point during this offseason or this upcoming season?
I think if there was a big to get traded, it's not Stewart.
Okay.
I think Bagley would be traded before anybody else, if I had to make a guess, because him and James Wiseman are very similar. I've told you that. I think Duran is your starting center. I think Stewart, and they kind of went in depth on the Hoops Light podcast why, GMs around the league thought this. They thought as soon as the Pistons traded for James Wiseman that the Pistons were going to move on from Isaiah Stewart. I think it's just outsiders trying to look in to seeing what the Pistons are trying to do. My biggest takeaway is the outside media doesn't know what the Detroit Pistons are doing with all these bigs.
Yeah.
We've talked about it several times. Troy Weaver values a front court. And he said it multiple times. Milwaukee, Boston, Cleveland, they're all teams in the Eastern Conference that have size in the middle and size at the forward spot. And if we want to compete with those teams, we're going to have size in the middle. That's why he traded for James Wiseman. And Sadiq Bey reportedly wants to get paid like $20 million. So, I mean, that's why they traded for James Wiseman. And he was the second overall pick in the 2020 draft. And he's had a lot of injuries, throughout his career. So, they basically said this is like his rookie season. I think there's a lot there with James Wiseman that we haven't even seen. We're getting a whole new coaching staff that can work with him. I think Isaiah Stewart has developed probably the most out of the 2020 draft class that the Pistons have drafted. I think he's developed way more than Killian. He's developed more than Sadiq. That 3-point shot, I think he was close to 34% this year. Basically, I like Isaiah Stewart a lot. I think he could be your traditional stretch four that, can switch defensively. He's probably the Pistons' best defender on this team right now. He's just so versatile defensively. And like I said, the culture thing, he's a culture setter. He's a guy that I think a lot of fans love, and deservedly so. Like I view him as like the Kevon Looney of the Detroit Pistons. Just a glue guy that you need on this roster. And I would be surprised if they traded him. I think he gets an extension personally before he gets traded.
So do I. I think he's going to be here for a long time. He's the most versatile big so far on this team, offensively and defensively. I mean, not the most athletic, but he gets the most out of his athletic abilities, and that's why I love Isaiah Stewart. I mean, I really hope he is here for 10 or more years, man. I really do. I just want to always root for this guy. I don't ever want to see him in a different jersey. I don't.